Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Ciro. I'm excited for today's recipe, okay? I am doing a well-known dish called frijoles rancheros. It's delicious, you don't want to miss out. Alright, so first things first, there's a ton of different ways to make this. There's a lot of variations to this recipe. I'm keeping mine simple, how I like it. I encourage you to try my method, and then if you want to add stuff here and there, you're more than welcome to do so, obviously. Just know that the process of making frijoles rancheros is pretty much the same, whether you follow this recipe or another recipe. So frijoles rancheros are essentially pinto bean soup. You know, it has bacon, it has sausage, it has jalapeños. Some people throw in pig feet, some people throw in chorizo. We're keeping it very simple. So the ingredients are gonna show up on screen. Feel free to pause the video, write everything down. Let's get to the prep. So the key to this is your beans and soaking your beans for long enough. I soaked mine overnight, but at least 4 to 5 hours. We'll turn them from this into this. Look at that. They have soaked up all the water. They're even a little bit squishy. Not too squishy, but they do have a little bit of give once they've absorbed all the water. So for my particular recipe, I'm using 8 cups of beans. I'm gonna throw these in a large stock pan and start boiling them. Along with the beans in the pot, I'm also going to add 4 little cloves of garlic and 1/4 onion. And I'm only smashing these so that the flavor can come out. That's it. I'm gonna pull these out once the beans have reached the level of doneness that I want. However, you are welcome to leave them in there. So I have 8 cups of beans, 24 cups of water. So it's 1 part beans, 3 parts water. I have 1/4 onion, I have 4 garlic cloves, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt. We will adjust the seasoning later. This goes on high heat. This is gonna come up to a boil. After about 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna check for doneness. And it's not gonna take that long because I soaked them overnight. So the bean has become soft. It has absorbed a lot of water already. And remember, the 1 part bean to 3 part water is if you soak them. If you do not soak it, then your ratio is gonna be off because the bean is gonna be absorbing water during the cooking process. So you may have to do a little bit more water than what I added. Also, if you do not pre-soak your bean, it may take a little longer to reach doneness. But it's okay, it's not the biggest deal in the world. You just have to leave it on high heat for longer. And how do you know when it's done? When you grab a little bean and just smushes. All right, so while my beans are on the pot boiling, I'm going to prep the rest of the ingredients, okay? I'm gonna cut a package of bacon. I'm gonna cut up some sausage. I'm going to also dice up 2 jalapeños. My folks don't like it too spicy, so I'm only using 2 jalapeños. Feel free to adjust the recipe depending on your folks. I'm also gonna dice up 1/4 onion, and I'm gonna mince some garlic. All right, so everything is done and it is here. I'm going to stir fry this, okay? I want the bacon to cook thoroughly. Once the bacon is thoroughly cooked, everything else is pretty much gonna be ready. My sausage is already pre-cooked and the veggies will cook way faster than the bacon will. All right, so a nice big pan. High heat. If you notice, I'm not putting oil in this. There's a whole packet of bacon in here and 2 packs of sausage in here. That's more than enough fat for this. I do not need to add additional oil. However, if you choose to add oil, you can. A little bit of fat never hurt anybody. That's what I tell my wife. It's all good, baby. A little bit of fat is all good. Once the beans are done and the stir fry is done, I'm going to transfer all the stir fry elements into my bean stew. Once everything's incorporated, I'm gonna adjust the seasoning at that point, mix it up. I'm gonna allow it to come to a boil, dice up some cilantro and throw it in there. That's gonna be that last hint that gives frijoles rancheros their signature taste. Look at that, this is ready. My beans are boiling away. They are not quite ready. Maybe another 15 minutes and we'll come back and check. It's been going for about 25, 30 minutes. Look at this. This is how you know when it's ready. We're gonna grab one and look at this. You just squeeze it, completely disintegrates. At this point, I'm gonna lower the heat. I'm gonna incorporate everything that I stir fried into my beans. Very carefully, I do not wanna splash. All right, so I just checked for taste. We need a little bit more salt, so I'm gonna add some salt. That might have looked like a lot of salt, but this is a big pot, y'all. I'm gonna give it a good stir. I want all the flavors to incorporate. So the last ingredient, I'm gonna grab a handful of cilantro, dice it up, throw it in the pot, and I'm gonna bring it up to a boil again just for about 5 minutes. And then that's it. I'm gonna turn off the heat. It'll be ready to eat. And there we go. I'm gonna add it in, and we're gonna bring this up to another boil for about 5 minutes. Alrighty, it's time to serve me a plate. If you've had this before, then you know how lucky I am that I'm about to eat this. Delicious. Let's go. That is delicious. You know, this sausage that I'm using is a smoked sausage. It just gives these beans an amazing flavor. They're not too spicy. You can taste a hint of jalapeno, but that's it. They're not like too spicy or anything like that. These are great if you don't like spicy beans. Y'all, thank you for joining me on this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that you can try out this recipe. And like I said, you know, this recipe has a lot of variations to it. Just try different things, make the recipe your own, and enjoy it, okay? Enjoy it. If you're not enjoying cooking, why are you cooking? That was all for this episode. I'm happy you're here with me. So like the video, share the video, subscribe, all of that. Try out the recipe. Comment down below if you do this recipe differently. I want to know about it. I want to know about it. I want to hear from you guys and what you guys are doing. All right. So like I always say, if you didn't like this video, I'm going to make another video. Go and like that one.